guys, welcome to our show, Red is the New Black. We have two wonderful guests with us today. We have the head coach, JT Bates, and the freshman basketball coach, Chad Kukemeyer. We're going to sit here and ask them both questions, and who's going to start?
For those of you that do not know how long have you two been coaching here at Fostoria?
This is my first year working with the boys basketball program. Last year I worked with the girls basketball program. I have coached junior high. I coached the 8th grade team in 2009, 2010 here at Fostoria, and I'm also a member of the football coaching staff, so I've been around.
For me, it's the first year coaching boys. Previous 6 years we coached girls, both junior high and high school.
Both of you have coached our sports as well here at Fostoria and other schools. Could you talk a bit about your coaching experience?
I was a varsity boys basketball coach at Arcadia High School for 4 years where I taught there. I was also a varsity boys basketball coach at Mohawk High School for 2 years where I went to school. I went to Mohawk High School. I also am a member of the football coaching staff here, like I mentioned before. And when Coach Carmen was here, I coached football with him. I also coached football with him in Port Clinton last year. So I've been a lot of places and coached a lot of different things. So I'm excited just to be here and not have to go everywhere else and do everything like that. So it's a good opportunity.
Most of my coaching experience before here at Fostoria was junior high. I coached a junior high football team, junior high track team, a couple of basketball teams. Most of the time here, the last 6-7 years, I've coached junior high girls basketball. And this year is my first year as both boys and girls tennis coach. And then again, my first year here as boys basketball.
How have your seasons been going?
Our season, I think, has actually been going pretty well. If you look at our record, obviously it's not where we want it to be, but that doesn't matter right now. Our biggest focus is getting better each game, and that's happening. Our last game out, we played Rossford, who is undefeated in our league, and we were within 3 points with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. So our season is going well from what I see as a coach. From what people might see outside as a record, they might not think it is, but we know otherwise. We know that we're doing the right things. Your season?
My season, the freshman boys are 4-5 currently right now, 3-3 in the league. Just got done beating Rossford with a nail-biter game. It was close the whole way. We're improving week to week, game to game. We've got guys that have stepped up and have performed. So the season's going pretty well. We're looking at improvements through the week. We're looking at, competing in games, getting up in the league, trying to beat league opponents, competing league opponents. So overall, I'd say I'm pretty happy with the season, the way things are going.
Big improvement. I don't think, did they have a win last year, their 8th grade?
I'm not sure how many wins they had, maybe a couple. So I know that they've improved definitely from junior high to high school. Every practice they work their butts off, and that you start to see that on the court.
So both of you guys have coached boys and girls basketball. Is there any similarities and differences between both of you?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of similarities. A lot of the same strategies and things that we used in the girls program last year was brought over to the boys. It is, we had a lot of hard-working girls last year. We have a lot of hard-working boys this year. So to see that our girls program is doing as well as it is this year really makes you kind of smile as a coach in the program or around these kids. They put in a lot of work and they're doing really well. Same with the boys. The same thing's going to happen for the boys. We're going to continue to work every day, and we are going to get better. And we're going to start winning more games. So there's a lot of similarities. Obviously, there's differences. I didn't change the way I coached. I was just as intense with the girls as I am with the boys. So nothing like that changed. But as far as basketball is basketball. It's the same regardless.
Being that both of you are in your first year directing the Fostoria basketball program, what are some changes that you have brought to the program?
Well, we've done a lot with the varsity as far as suit coats, the shave rule, matching everything down to your socks. A lot of those things just to kind of form unity, and I think that's very important. And also, when we walk into a gym, a lot of people notice not only how we represent ourselves, but how organized we are and disciplined we are, and I think that's really nice to see. We get a lot of compliments every game we go to. We get compliments from complete strangers about the appearance of our players and how hard they work and all those things, which is awesome as a coach. It's all you can ask for. Those are just some of the big things that we brought on.
How did you guys get into basketball, and were you both basketball players?
Well, Coach K was a hockey player.
In high school, I played hockey, which is the same season as basketball, so I wouldn't have been able to do both. I did my student teaching at Perrysburg, and my cooperating teacher was the basketball coach. And so I originally started coaching basketball, helping him, volunteering. And then when I got hired in here at Fostoria, I said, hey, I volunteered. And then the varsity girls coach at the time, Matt Swarchek, had came to me and asked me if I would, do the junior high game. So I went and did junior high girls.
If we had a hockey team, would you teach that?
If we had a hockey team, I think, I would definitely be interested in coaching the hockey team.
I played basketball my whole entire life, all the way up through high school. I actually played at the University of Findlay my freshman year, so I've been around basketball forever. It's my favorite thing to do. When I'm not at practice, first thing I do when I get home is turn on a game. So basketball is a big part of my life, and it's something that hopefully I can get through to my son. He's 1 year old today, but is in love with basketball too, it seems like, because if he's crying, I put him in front of the TV and watches the game, and it calms him down. So basketball just kind of runs in our blood, I guess.
Do you like to watch college and or pro basketball? If so, do you have a favorite team or level to watch?
I hate watching the NBA. I don't think it's basketball. I think it's athletes playing one-on-one. I love watching college basketball. I could sit and watch a college basketball game after game after game after game. I'm a Michigan fan, so Michigan is the team that I follow. I really like the way the Big Ten plays basketball. I think it's a physical, disciplined style of basketball, and I really enjoy watching that. I'm not going to ever cheer for Kentucky or teams that recruit all-stars, so I'm definitely a college fan. I don't know about Coach here, though.
Yeah, when I watch pro, I see one guy dribbling the ball and four guys standing around. Makes it very difficult as a coach to watch that, because I'm standing at the TV saying, cut, do something, move. College is a little bit different. You can see the strategy. You can see the way that the coaches coach the game and the players play the game. One of my favorite teams to watch is Michigan State. I love the way that they run their offense and the way that they slide to help side. They play tough man-to-man defense. They're always in that help position. I graduated from BGSU, so if I follow anybody specifically, it would be Bowling Green. But any game that's on, just flip it to ESPN and all right. Hey.
What's your favorite style of basketball?
My favorite style? My coaching philosophy is a slow-down game, playing great half-court defense. I like to keep the scores in the low 50s and the high 40s. I've never had a team, however, that can get out and run and is super athletic like what I'm inheriting here. We have a lot of great athletes with a lot of team speed, so my style is changing as we're moving forward.
I would mostly agree with that. Like to keep the game in front of you. Like to keep the players in front of you. Hard-nosed defense is going to create offensive plays. If we play tough defense, whether we're going to trap ball handlers or put a press on them, I think that most of the time, really, really good defense will just translate into offensive opportunities.
Basketball has been going through some changes like all sports. Are you in favor of the changes toward more three-point shooting?
Again, my style is more of a slow-down style, so the three-point shot's not a huge emphasis on our offense. I like to work it from the inside out. I'd like to have dominant post players and then work your way out to good shooters. But it is changing, and it's a lot faster game. I can see not too far down the road even a shot clock being implicated into the high school game. I would not be in favor of that, but I think it's something that's going to happen within the next 5 to 10 years. So the game is evolving because the athletes are evolving. Athletes are bigger, stronger, and faster now than they ever have been, so the game's obviously going to change. So to say that I'm in favor of those changes, I wouldn't agree with that, but there's nothing I'm going to do to stop it, so I just have to adapt.
As you guys both are basketball coaches, what do you guys see in the vision of the future of basketball?
As far as our basketball program, I see a very bright future. Like he said, with our freshman team that's won maybe 2 or 3 games in 2 years down the junior high level up to 4 and 5 and 500 in the league. They've obviously made great strides. Our JV team is 6 and 4, and 4-2 in conference. So I mean, they're right there too. And varsity's improved from day one till now. And we're starting to get some younger guys worked into the rotation with the varsity. We have a great senior class that's doing a really good job of leading, not only on the floor but by example in practice and other places as well. So the future is very bright. Our junior high teams are both talented. Our numbers are high. We're running a 3rd and 4th grade program for the first time this year, and we've got 30 kids down there, and then we have 5th and 6th grade teams that each have at least 15. So I mean, we're talking 60 kids, grades 3 through 6, that are playing basketball, which is going to do nothing but help our success in the future.
What are some major initiatives you would like to take in putting your stamp on the Fostoria basketball program?
One thing I want to leave a mark on the program is just how disciplined of a unit we are, and everything that we do, from the way we put our shoes on to the way we celebrate a win. Everything I want to be, I really want that family environment to develop amongst the team. I want to see varsity guys at junior high games cheering those kids on. I want to see, our whole entire program experience success, not only with wins, but outside in the community too. Like we did at Mom's Camp this year. I thought that went really well. I thought they really enjoyed it, and that gets us out there to let everybody know that a lot of things are changing, and it's only gonna get better.
For young athletes out there, why would you consider basketball a sport? Or why should they consider basketball a sport?
Why should younger athletes
Yeah.
consider basketball a sport?
Yeah.
It builds a lot of confidence. Right? It's a team building activity. One of the things that we stress in our program is team. A lot of times you might have basketball players out to score all the points. You hear a lot of people talk about ball hog, that sort of thing. That stuff you play as a team. You need people to bring down boards, bring down rebounds, make assists. You rely on the players out there. I've never seen a team that's capable of winning a game with one player. One player isn't going to have all the points. They're not going to have all of the rebounds. They can't play defense on 4 other guys. So you have to rely on your other teammates. You have to build that relationship as a team. You can't just go out and play your own game and do your own thing. So it kind of builds you up as a person. You start to do things for other people. You start to do things for your other teammates. You build a close-knit relationship with them, even like family-like. That would be one reason why I would say, hey, maybe you want to try out basketball. Maybe you want to try things out a little bit. Maybe change things up.
Basketball in general is probably the best, in my opinion, one of the best cardio exercise routine. Like if you just need to be active and you need to, get in shape, for lack of a better term, basketball's the way to go, because you're constantly moving, you're constantly running. You can ask Dugan. I mean, this guy's running all the time. It's just up and down, up and down, up and down. It's excitement. There's a very little downtime in basketball. You're playing and you're playing and you're playing, and then you'll get to sit for a minute and then you go right back in and play again. So just to get yourself in better physical condition and better overall health, basketball is definitely a sport to use.
Charles Barkley once said, "I am not a role model." Do you believe that athletes should be considered role models?
I don't want to necessarily label them as role models. I would label them as examples of people that took their abilities and took them to the max. You look at a professional athlete; they're a human being. They might not always make the same or the best decisions. We saw a lot of that in through the news and other places. But they are examples of people that have extremely hard work ethics, have a lot of dedication, and really put a focus on just being the best that they can be. So I don't know if we want to use them as a role model, but I think they can be used as an example of somebody that has experienced a lot of success through hard work and determination.
Why is sport been a big part in your sports experience?
Why are sports important to your interscholastic experience? There's the relationships that you build. Some of my best memories as an adult now are playing sports with my friends in high school. Not only the games, but like the camaraderie in the locker room, the bus trips, walking into opposing gyms and smelling the popcorn and hearing the music and all that kind of stuff. Those are all memories that I'll have forever. And I think everybody should get to experience them. I remember student sections at games when we play a rival, just going nuts, all that kind of stuff. Those are just great experiences I think a lot of kids miss out on because they're just either one, not willing to try out, or they want to work and do those other things. I understand that jobs are important, but you're going to work the rest of your life. enjoy the fun stuff at school. You know, enjoy the clubs and the activities and extracurriculars and sports. Enjoy those things when you have the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, it's 4 years and then it's over. And when you look back on it, you don't want to have that regret, like, man, I really wish I would have done something with all that extra time that I had. You know, you're going to experience a lot of different stuff, like you said, you know, your bus trips, the locker room. You're going to meet a whole bunch of new people. Not only your teammates, but I mean, if you're going to play for 4 years, you're going to play the same people in the league for 4 years. So not only do you make relationships within your own teammates and your own coaches, but you make relationships with the players that you play every year. You know, in our league, we play each team twice. If you see them as a freshman, you see them quite a bit. You know, and so you know those guys, you see those guys. And you know, if you go off to college and they go off to college, you happen to be in, you know, go to the same university or something. You know, with social media nowadays, like those relationships can last. You know, and we're not just talking about regional within your own district. So I'd hate for kids to miss out on that, and then 10 years, 5 years down the road, when you know you happen to be, you know, maybe watching Ohio State football or something, and you're out at, I don't know, somewhere eating dinner, and people are talking about, oh man, you know, that sectional game where we played so and so, and you're the guy that's sitting there like, yeah, when you guys were playing that sectional game, I was at home playing Black Ops. You know, like, you don't want to miss out on that stuff.
Well, this is a great conversation. I want to thank both of you guys for coming out and having this interview. Well, that guys, that was our show, Red is New Black. Hope to see you guys next time.